this morning I was standing in the shower and I've got a lot to do. Like you could say I'm behind, but not really. That's a state of mind. Being behind is a state of mind. Can we frame that as a quote? Being behind is a shitty state of mind. Being behind is just a state of mind, whatever. So here's the deal. If you feel like you don't have enough time, that's time and money are the same. So if you don't have enough time, there's a belief in you that feels like you're responsible for all this stuff that you're probably not even responsible for. And even if you think you are, it's not true. You grew up in chaos. So there's an energy in you that's driving you, that's still operating you, that's causing you to be wired and tired. And that was me. Even now when I get triggered and feel like I don't have a lot of time, I go, y'all know what we learned in the chakra codes, right? How to clear your energy and heal your own energy so you can actually be in control of your life versus being victim of it and victim of shitty circumstance. All that's in Hot Moms or in the Energy Codes course. You have adrenal issues and you have thyroid issues. First and foremost, that's the hormones that need to be adjusted. You cannot do this naturally, because I tried to do that for years. I tried to heal my adrenals with all these holistic doctors and Dr. Axe and this article and this article. Like, that's you being in sabotage still. You trying to figure shit out by yourself. You're still in sabotage mode, but I understand it's because you feel you're trying to make sense of why you feel that way. And I'm telling you right now, you haven't addressed the energetic side of things. So not until you understand how to truly be, that means how to be the energy of the person that you want to be. Not until you address that will you get what you want. So no time, lots to do, and all this stuff is just a state of mind. And that's probably coming from hormones, but it's the reason your hormones are off and your trigger go-to is not enough time, too much to do is from childhood. It's from the way you were brought up, whether your mom, your dad, whatever. You were just brought up with the belief of, or maybe you watched your parents rush around, you watched them meet deadlines or miss deadlines, or maybe it was chaotic growing up. Like me, going to school in the mornings was just like chaotic as fuck. Like, we're, being late, always late. My mom had anxiety, so that right there alone, feeling her anxiety caused me to feel like her stuff. So I made up this story in my mind that life was chaotic. Life was not a lot of time. Life was, I better do this, I gotta do this, because I'm always trying to make sure that I'm good enough and validate myself. Because if I have these things, if I've checked off these things, I'm a good job, did a good job. My love in my household was conditional. It was always trying to make mommy and daddy happy because they were so fucking miserable and they were always fighting. So surely, because I'm the fault of that, because mommy drinks or mommy's upset or mommy's anxious, it's gotta be my fault, right? So if you grow up with parents that had anxiety issues or drinking problems or work problems, or maybe your mom had eating disorders, or maybe she exercised too much, or maybe she did that, like, you were emotionally neglected. That's a fact. Don't argue with me on that. That's a fucking fact. Science-based even it is science-based proven. So you grew up being emotionally neglected. So throughout life, you have just taken on that energy. And that's why you feel like you don't have a lot of time. You don't have this or that. It can all change within an instant. So that's how I was able to do that, is I was feeling the same way. I had adrenal burnout. I was wired and tired, living on caffeine. Nothing ever got done. I had to be put on medication just to be focused and get something done, when really I had core wounds of not good enough. I had severe trauma growing up, just like yesterday, realizing that, because I've seen people die in my family. I've watched people in my family have massive heart attacks and have to be life flighted. I've watched my mom have grand mal seizures from overdose. I've watched my mom overdose and fall out on the floor, and I had to mop the floor like around her, because at that point I had watched her fall out so much. It was just, I was tired of it. And that was just being an early teen. Like, I grew up like that, but on the outside you would never know. My mom looked very like she had her shit together. Like she took care of us on a, deep level. People on the outside never knew that she was like this. And it comes from just deep, low self-esteem, and always feeling like she needed to be the perfect mother and cook and clean and be a good mom and do all this. And, my dad was the way he was. Like, I go into that deep into the Hot Moms coaching, so you understand why you're having shitty situations in your life and why you feel off. You'll realize quickly, you'll be validated very quickly. And for a survivor, which is what you are right now, if you're struggling with time, if you're struggling with money, if you're struggling with anxiety, if you're struggling in general, or if you don't have answers and there's an uncertainty energy in you, You're a survivor. That's why you're struggling. And you know what? It is ignorant to stay in that struggle. God gives us struggles and being uncomfortable so that we change what we're doing. Yet, if you don't choose to take action to get help on the emotional level, you're very ignorant. You're just choosing to stay in your shit. I said it. I said what I said. So that's why you feel like you don't have time, money, health. You feel like you're over-exercising. You feel like, one day you have the answers and on cloud nine and the other day it blows up in your face. It's because you have that energy still within you. And it's coming out in that. Okay? We go over in the time management course the energetics behind it, actual things of time management and why you don't have time. There's a lot of codependency in place. And like I said, a lot of childhood stuff and limiting beliefs that need to be addressed. And then something to ask yourself is, okay, well, if I had plenty of time today, what would I be doing? Well, then just do that. And if that's hard for you because there's a lack of control, that goes to show you once again, you grew up where you couldn't depend on adults. Maybe they had anxiety issues. Maybe they had anger issues. Maybe it was like scary to, be around mom, whatever. And you can say, no, I had a perfect childhood all you want. Let me tell you something. If you're struggling, hold on, I'm going over a bridge. If you're struggling or feeling frustrated or not enough time or there's a hormone issue going on that you just really can't get the answers to, you're on depression medication, things happened after you had kids, like, girl, trust me, this is what I do. This is how I got to where I'm at now, where if you can look back at my story, every health condition known to man. My mom had like Munchausen syndrome. She was a hypochondriac. She was on medications. My dad was what he was. Like, everybody's in their wounded state. I had to raise myself pretty much. It was a shit show. But they thought I was a diabetic because I had so many recurring infections. I was sick every month. I couldn't, my periods were horrible. I had severe depression. I hated how I looked in pictures. I just thought that success wasn't for me. I wasn't supposed to be successful. Having nice things in life just wasn't part of the plan for me. Like, other people were just different than me. They were just better than me, right? Things were always harder for me. Just nothing really worked easy. Nothing was easy. I know what it's like to struggle. I know what it's like to want to kill yourself. I know what it's like to live scared shitless every day of like, how's this gonna work? Or if I keep going at this rate, like, it's not gonna be good. So I get it. And now, really, I create the life I want. You have the same choice. So you choosing to stay where you're at, where you don't have the answers, but you're frustrated and know you're not getting done what you need to get done, that's an issue. There's stuff there beneath the surface. And I'm telling you, if you'll address the energy, I would love to help you. I have the answers. Obviously, we've got testimonials, and I am living proof of that. I show you everything I did. Every single thing that comes up. Every single day if it comes up, right? Or anything that comes up. Grief, jobs, kids, whatever comes up. I help you validate first what's going on. And I teach you how to heal the energy in you and of why you're there so we can clear it out and it stops happening. And then you're breaking the generational cycle so your kids don't have to go through the same thing, because they will. They will. Even if you try to be different than your parents, you just trying to be different is causing probably more trouble because you don't try to do anything. First of all, you can't give what you ain't got. Okay, you can't learn this shit in therapy. This is deep energy work. Okay, this will make therapy work better. I'll tell you that. So there is hope for you. If I can do it, all right, if I can do it, anybody can do it. And it's taken me, a lifetime, but probably 15 years of doing the wrong shit. And buddy, when I found out the thing that changed everything, buddy, I came out with conviction, and I'm sharing it everywhere. Like, I've been preaching it for a long time, but when I understand what made it click, that's why I'm on these lives every fucking day. Like, there's one person, it's for that one person that says, you know what? Everything she's saying, she gets it. I'm fucking gonna see what the fuck to do to get out of my situation. And you get out. You get out. Just the willingness to see things differently because you're willing to step up and get uncomfortable so that you break that cycle for you and your children. That's what it's about, and you'll get results. That's how you do it. So ask yourself, if I did have time, what would I be doing? Do that. If you feel like there's a sense of you or there's a part of you that's going to lose control or whatever, you have to go deep. You have to heal the energy, because the thing that makes you not want to do that thing because you may drop the ball or whatever, it's deep stored negative emotional baggage that in just an instant of learning about why you feel that way will shift it, and you will be forever free. So if you want to be forever free of this shit, you got to step up. You got to do that inner work and be like, I'm feeling this way today. What the hell am I? What am I missing? Okay, and you go do the inner work that I tell you to do. And you shift. And you keep showing up. And every single day you do those micro shifts. Next thing you know, you're in a completely different place. Next thing you know, your hormones are starting to heal. Next thing you know, your body's starting to catch up. Next thing you know, you're becoming a better mom, and your kids are saying stuff, and you're connecting more with your husband, and you're connecting more with your kids and humanity. Like, it's a fucking vibe. You're making more money. You feel safe. You feel supported. You feel like things aren't so fucking hard, because they don't have to be. So ask yourself that question. If I had enough time, what would I be doing? Because a lot of you are in martyr syndrome. A lot of you are in the martyr syndrome, like doing what you should do because that's what good moms do. And that's like the worst energy ever. That's that road to hell's paved with good intentions energy. Yeah, you're going to run in cycles doing that too. So you really need to unlearn a lot of stuff and learn how to do shit the right way, which is the aligned way for you. It's not certain ways for everybody. I teach you how to listen to the soul, to your higher calling, to your higher power, to the God within you, okay? When you step into alignment, which is the opposite of resistance, which is no time, no money, struggling, frustration, non-clarity, all that's resistance. So when you get into alignment, things just, you can't even fuck it up if you tried. And alignment feels good. It feels flow. It's like, that was so fucking easy. I told Jen today, I said, when you talk to a woman that's a fit for hot moms, it's gonna blow your mind. I'm like, they are so ready to heal. The conversation flows. They're fully aware of their shit, and they're just ready for help, and they're ready to level up. It is so easy and so fun. And you'll see the energy difference versus someone you're having to just pull the fuck along like, God damn, do you not see what the fuck's going on here? You know, that's okay. I've been there too and not seeing things, but I wish I would have had the shit that's in my book course, that's in my Resilient as Fuck course, my money codes course. I wish I had this shit 10 years ago. Like, I'm trying to make it, I'm not trying to do shit. I have made it accessible for you to shift within days, where it took me months and years to shift. You will be able to shift in days and minutes, because I've packaged it up for you, because I just did so much of the wrong things for so long. But that's how deep my unworthiness was. I truly believe that I was not, like, it was supposed to be hard. I mean, I was taught that suffering was a way of life, and then you die. And, you know, money and health and all that stuff was just genetics. Let me know what aha moments you had. And I do realize that in this free group and in public group's even worse, about how women won't even comment because they don't want their friends seeing them comment on something like what I talk about. And that right there is a trigger. So maybe look into that and why you are so ashamed of being a human and feeling what every other human feels. They're just afraid to say it. When you start showing up for yourself like that, you know what that means? When you start saying, hey, I do feel this way, you're showing up for your little girl that's inside of you that never got validated. She was told to shut up, sit down, stop crying, power through it, be a big girl. When you say, hey, I'm feeling this way, you're showing up for her. She'll listen. You're the only person she feels safe with. You've got to show up for her so that you can break the cycle for your children. All right? Let's book a chat. Apply application so you know what course to start with, so you know if Hot Moms is a fit for you, at least you know. That's where you're going to get those exact specifics so that you can start shifting and actually wake up with a different mindset tomorrow. Got it? Because if you don't change up your energy, you're just going to keep getting the same old shit. Same old shit. Get over the shiny object syndrome and buying all these little cheap programs. All right? Go for something that's hits home on the deeper level, and then everything else works out. CaseyShip.com/ book a call. That sends you to the application page, and then we'll be able to help you either pick a course or maybe book a call, or maybe it's not a fit, and we'll just let you know that too. All right, y'all. Kick ass today. Love the shit out of you. Keep posting in here. Talk to you soon.